A rivalry almost as old as the sport itself. Two teams that when the history books are referenced, their names populate virtually every page. Winged helmets, golden domes, and as always, when these two match up, legacy is on the line. Welcome to the Big House, Michigan Stadium. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Wolverines will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Mobley. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He's past the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
I mean, what a huge game for this offense. You're always trying to find ways to get your playmakers in space. And when you create a hole like that, Palmer, good Lord, anybody's going to be able to run through. Then he just keeps chewing up those yards, makes the big play.
He's a difference maker, David, and he gets better as the game goes on. So that's great news at this juncture to kind of rip off a big run like that. But this is a guy that builds momentum as he goes. I'd be force-feeding this guy more as the game goes on.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He's got him. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, two top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Carr to throw for it on fourth. It's complete. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it's a simple design there, guys. Just RPO. QB gets it out of his hands quickly, trying to attack the left side there in the flat. They're just not able to come up with it.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll send the back in motion. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, It's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Going with the counter play here. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4 games.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Under fire. Finds the tight end. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. The give is to Williams. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Here's Carr to throw. Williams open on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. There's no logical reason these two shouldn't play every year. The proximity, both powerhouses, but squabbles get in the way from time to time, guys.
They sure do, and I think Notre Dame being an independent always makes things tricky and difficult, but at the same time, they're always...
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. The 40. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it, can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Throwing, Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
The Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Play fake, Underwood. Lets it go to the end zone. Makes the grab. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive. Play.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Notre Dame right back to the line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. C.J. Carr firing again. Complete. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Man, you gotta love the response of the quarterback. Like last possession, you make a mistake, easy to get down on yourself sometimes, but now just come out and you're absolutely surgical. 4 for 4, spreading the ball out, seeing the defense really well. Nice bounce back for this QB.
In this rivalry, you could just about write the history of the game. Rockne and Fielding Yost, Schembechler and Holtz, the Rocket and Desmond Howard. So many great moments in this rivalry, which has been played since the 1800s.
So many great moments, so many great plays, great players. And how about the uniforms? Just clean, beautiful, pristine units.
This is just classic college football. And because of all those names that Reese just ripped off, this game always seems to come down to the final play.
Snags it, and there's running room. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Carr gets it out fast. First catch of the season and his career for this freshman tight end. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Gets it into the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the wideout. The run inside. It's Marsh. At the 35, he's loose. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Play action with Underwood. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And nobody responsible for picking up the free safety because, David, frankly, I don't believe they thought he was coming.
No, and whose responsibility is that? The quarterback. If I see the free safety blitzing, I'm throwing the ball deep to somebody to make a play because he can't cover deep anymore, so put that in your back pocket. They want to bring that safety blitz. I'm going to make them pay, and I'm going to throw the ball deep.
Pressure coming. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Hauls it in, looking for space. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tap.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Snatches it on the right. Finds some room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he makes the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And it'll come out to the 25. attempt at a return. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defensive line just stands on the result of the play. Wide receiver going in motion. Into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defensive speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run to the football, it looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Bunch formation for these receivers. Motion from the wide receiver. Running inside, it's Williams. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Irish! Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with the Navy Midshipmen taking on the number 19 team, the Memphis Tigers. And it's the Midshipmen who are faring well right now in their quest to turn this season around. 2-3 would hardly be 5-0, but if they can close this out, they've accomplished something. Here now some other games you may have interest in, social media certainly does, inside the American Conference.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Rides to back. He'll take it himself. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The sure hands, it's Watkins. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Gives it on the option. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
One of the things that makes this defense so hard to move the football against is their defensive line. That time, 4 guys on the field, and they're able to win. You saw that guy penetrate, get through the line of scrimmage. He gets the TFL. Big reason why they're winning today is the play of these guys up front.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2.
Team. Go.
4th down, Underwood. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Here's a little room there. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They'll run it. It's Williams. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on fourth basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on fourth down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll try the counter. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Might have a chance. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Gets rid of it. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
What a big stop for this defense. In the second half, around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Here's Carr to throw. Extending the play. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Fourth down, Carr throws to the wideout. And that falls incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So just a lack of discipline, and on 4th down, too, just hands this offense a 1st and 10. Throwing, Carr. Here's a heat. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. And they get him down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Underwood. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. From the gun, the running back has it. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The run inside. It's Marshall. Knocked off his feet.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker...
They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Making side adjustments here. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. They didn't quite get organized in time. They'll call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Great place to start for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. There's a crease. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Notre Dame looks as if they're warming up for a victory march as they push out this lead.
The Irish getting the momentum going late in this rivalry game with Michigan, doing everything they need to do, Palmer, to finish this one out.
Yeah, David, Notre Dame, they've been mentally the tougher team in this one. They've made the plays when the plays have presented themselves.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelt blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing, and how about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice job. He felt that one.
And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Underwood, under fire. Got his man on the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throw them to your best players.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Zings it complete to the right. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Wolverines, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Throwing, Underwood. Caught behind the line. It's Marshall. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Makes a catch. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there, get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Graham. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside. It's Young. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their 2nd. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turned and they gave it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Block.
There he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4th and 1. Just put a little bit of distance in this game and try to put it on ice.
And the defense just trying to fight to stay in the ball game. That should be the final blow. No more hope, but good fight to the end.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Underwood to throw. Pocket breaking down. And they got it.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Stumbled to the ground.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Bringing the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. For now, until whenever these two decide to play again, that golden dome will sparkle a little brighter.